Hey guys, welcome to the Silver Report. Here we are, it's Thursday, March 9th, 2017, and I wanted to draw your attention to something that is taking place. And, they have these headlines where the ECB, the European Central Banks, and the Greece political figures, they're discussing some sort of bailout term, some sort of restructuring of Greece's debt problems, and this is what's taking place in Greece right now. These are Greek farmers. And what has happened is that the cost to be able to produce food for the citizenry is too high that they're not able to produce food at market value. And this is the result when you have a central bank come over and run your country. Now, they have been discussing that there are some alternatives, some things that they need to do in order to escape what is inevitable, because the citizens, they are just fed up. Frankly, whatever the political figures think that they're going to do, they're on the border of revolution at this point. Because the people, they're impoverished, they're broke, they're not even able to grow food at market value, they're not able to afford to live. And if they don't do something, they'll begin to starve to death. And this is exactly what these central banks do. And this is the issue. Is it the fact that they come in, they institute a currency for your country, and they put you in debt. They did it in the United States. What do you think took place during 2008? Quantitative easing 1, 2, and 3. Our national debt now up bordering $20 trillion. And then they put you into debt, at which point they come and they institute a tax on your goods. They force the government of these countries to implement a tax. And that's what they're rioting about here, is about taxes, and there's nothing they can do about it. They vote people in to take them out of the EU, and they don't, because they're afraid. Because they're afraid, and they're having an issue dealing with the fact that their country has been conquered. It has been taken from them. But the point that really should alarm you is the fact that this has already taken place in the United States back in 1913. When they instituted the Federal Reserve. It's the same exact system where central banks come in and you give a private entity the right to be able to print your currency and loan it to your government with interest. Raising interest rates means raising the amount that you need to service the debt, which further disables your government from being able to do things like lower taxes, lower corporate taxes, lower business taxes. No, they're by force having to increase taxes. There's no choice anymore because it's not your country anymore. It has been loaned to you. And that's exactly what they're facing in Greece, and the people, they don't want more austerity. That's what somebody was saying, that austerity is a good thing, it's a responsibility. Not when someone else pushes it on you by force. And that is a day that we are coming to face here in the United States. And all over the European Union. They talk about, oh, there's hope for the European Union. Open your eyes to the world around you, to just what is taking place. Because most of what you hear comes from the mainstream media sources. Or it comes from the mainstream media sources in those countries. What you hear about political candidates in those countries are not necessarily that which reflects the citizens. If you were to watch, for example, the TV in the United States, you would think that our whole country hates Donald Trump. And as you could see per election results, that's just not the case. We're facing a very dangerous situation, a very dangerous time as we see the collapse of the European Union and the euro as a whole, as a currency. And it's a major world currency. It's typically known as being more stable. And what we're seeing is that these people, they've had enough. It will not continue in its current state. And what we're going to face is massive turbulence in the markets. It's time to take steps now to prepare, to open your eyes. The writing is on the wall. This will shock world markets. And the craziest part is that people somehow believe this is some accident. No. We took the bailout. They took the bailout. Everybody took the bailout. Europe took the bailout. Why? Where did this crash come from? What was its purpose? To conquer these nations. And on top of that, where did the money go? How is so much money missing that all of a sudden we need to borrow our life? Like the videos, share the videos, get the word out. I thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe.